And this is my new kitty. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you may not have seen him. His name is Toulouse, and he's the cutest. Hey guys, I'm super excited for today's video. I'm showing you how to create this makeup look. It's pretty natural. I try to use as little products as possible. It's just my everyday go-to look, and that is my kitty running around in the background. So all the products that I'm going to be using today are vegan, cruelty-free, sustainable, and also ethical because they're from local and smaller companies. So I'm so excited to share these products with you guys. You are going to see a lot of m.o.t.d cosmetics just because I got a big order from them recently and I am in love with everything to do with this company. So their ingredients, their packaging, the actual products, the way they work, it's amazing. I've been blown away and really surprised by how good they are. So I will link a bit more about them in the description box. Also, all the products and brushes I use, I will link down there, and any discount codes I have. So let's get into my everyday natural makeup look. So I've already washed my face and moisturized, so I'm ready to put on some makeup. So the first thing that I'm going to use is my m.o.t.d Cosmetics Full Tint Foundation. Comes in a glass jar like this. And I'm using my Sigma flat top kabuki brush. So I'm just going to dip that in here, get a little bit of product, and just work it into my skin. I like that this product comes in a glass jar because that means that I can reuse it or recycle it. And I'm using a fuller foundation just because I still have some redness, some acne scars, and some pimples. And it's not too dewy and it's not too drying, so I feel like any skin type could use this. I have quite dry skin and it doesn't make my skin look dry or anything like that, so I really like it. And once I'm done with that, I move on to my concealer. So I have been using the Arbonne concealer in the color Light. Oh, and my foundation is the color Beige. Concealer is color Light. So I just take this wand and I just do a couple of lines like this. A little bit on the forehead, a little bit on the nose, just a little bit here and here. Cute. And then I'm taking my tapered kabuki brush and I'm just going to blend it in. So I put it under the eyes to brighten up the eye area and obviously cover any bags that I might have. And I like this brush because if you put a bit too much product on, this will kind of even it out. And you always want to go about 2 shades lighter with your concealer, just so that it does have that brightening effect. Oh, I've got a little kitty helping me. I'm just putting it around the eyelid as well, just so that I can even out my skin color there too. So as soon as I put my concealer on, I want to set it with some powder, just so that it doesn't crease or move around. And I've been using this glowing powder from m.o.t.d Cosmetics. It comes in this beautiful bamboo container. I love it. And what's really cool is when you run out of this powder, you don't throw out the container or anything. They actually just send you a little baggie with some new product, and then you just refill your old container, which I think is awesome. So sustainable. So I'm just using my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and push it under my eye area and kind of anywhere that I put the concealer, just to set it for now. Next, I do my brows, so I'm just going to take my Plume brow pomade and brush. So it does take me a little bit longer to do my brows, and I might just fast forward through this. Now that I'm done with my brows, I'm going to move on to my bronzer, and I'm obsessed with this packaging by Lake Cosmetics. So this is a bamboo compact, and you can customize the inside to be however you want to set it up. So it has this big, beautiful mirror, and then it has all these magnets in the bottom. So this is my bronzer, but you can get blushes, you can get powders, or you can just fill it with eyeshadows, and it just sticks in there, and you can rearrange these guys however you like. So I love that. And for my bronzer, I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush. I've had it for so long it doesn't say what the name is anymore, but it's Real Techniques. I think it's just a Real Techniques blush brush, actually. I don't use any of my brushes for what they're actually intended for. So what I'm going to do is just dip a little bit in here. Just the smallest amount goes such a long way. And then I'm just going to kind of sculpt up my cheeks, but also be kind of, I don't know, rough with it. Like, not rough, but not very exact. And this bronzer doesn't have any shimmer in it. I don't like to use bronzers with shimmer. I want it to have more of that sculpting effect. I'm gonna also put some more on my temples. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit on the sides of my nose. So I just kind of squish my brush to do that, and then I put it on just to make it a little more precise. Still not very precise, and that's okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit under my chin. So I hope you can see that brings a lot more color and definition to my face. Now moving on to blush, and I'm using the Olay Universal Cream for cheeks and lips. I love products that have more than one use. I guess you could use any product for whatever you want, really, but this works really well for both your cheeks and your lips. So what I do is I just take the stick, looks like this, and dab some on the apples of my cheeks. And you want to make sure not to powder this area before you do this, just because you don't want to put a cream on top of the powder or else they will separate. So I have some here and it looks kind of crazy, but then you can just blend it out with your fingers. So easy. Sometimes I like to use a brush, just any kind of blush brush. Just to blend it in a little bit more. If I feel like I need more, I can just layer it. So I'm pretty happy with that. And because for cheeks and lips, I'm just going to put a highlight like this. And just throw it in. Like that. And lastly, I'm just going to put on a little bit of eyeshadow, the same ones that are in my palette. So I'm just going to take a fluffier eyeshadow brush. This is the Real Techniques, the name is rubbed off again, but it's a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to take the darker color that I have. The color is Rise. I'll link all that info below as well. And I'm just going to push this into the outside of my eyes. Can't remember what it's called. And then buff it into the crease a little bit. Obviously, I'm not very precise when I do any of my makeup. So once I have that, it just gives a little bit of definition to the eyes, and then I'm just going to take a smaller and flatter eyeshadow brush. This is the Makeup of the Day Cosmetics Miss Shady Lady brush, and I'm just going to take my lighter color down here, which is Quintessence. Just going to take a little bit of that and dust it over the lid just to brighten up the eyelid. And finally, I'm just going to set my makeup a little bit more. Now that I have my blush on, I can just take a little bit more of my powder so that my makeup does not move throughout the day. And usually you would put mascara on after your eyeshadow, but I have eyelash extensions on, so I'm just going to brush out my lashes. And this is my finished makeup look. Super easy and natural. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching my first makeup video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button down here, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.